It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and you're just in time for your Friday Tech Roundup with our expert, Tinus Jansen van Rensburg. And this morning, we are delving into the very technical world of gene editing, CRISPR technology, and a new innovation using something called Cas3. Now, hopefully, Tinus can help us a little bit out because it all just sounds like food to me.
I can help.
Sounds like something that originated in Amsterdam as well. Anyway, remind us again, what exactly is CRISPR?
Right, so I mean, we've spoken about it a couple of times, right? It's a gene editing technology, and the way that it works is in your enzymes in your cells. Mm-hmm. Essentially, there are a couple of enzymes that record what happens with your genes. So let's say, for example, that a virus comes in and you have an immune system that's going to fight that.
Yeah.
Then essentially your Cas system, and this is what CRISPR uses as its foundation, mm-hmm. basically records your genes and records the genes that are coming in that are foreign, and that is how it kind of learns what pieces of genes to cut from within your body, and kind of uses that to bolster up your immune system.
Wow.
Going forward. So we've now engineered the system to be able to do certain things, edit genes the way that we want to edit genes, and that's where the CRISPR technology comes from.
That's very interesting. Yeah. So what exactly is special about Cas3?
Right, so in the past when we've spoken about CRISPR, we've spoken about Cas9. Now these are essentially just different types of enzymes and different types of processes that sit within our cells. Up until now, all of the gene editing we've done was with Cas9, and Cas3 is very different in that this enzyme can essentially log and look at longer pieces of your DNA strands. So where CRISPR, where Cas9 was used to maybe cut out and delete or replace 2 or 3 pieces of your DNA strand, Cas3 can actually look at a much longer piece of your DNA string. The reason this is super helpful is because of curing diseases.
Yes.
So as I said previously, when a foreign virus comes in, essentially it changes your DNA when it infects, mm-hmm. And then Cas3 has the potential to actually record this longer viral strain, and hopefully one day this means that we can remove viruses from our system.
Which is, wow, and we might then be able to live longer. How about would they be able to remove the gene that ages you?
Potentially.
That's possible,
potentially.
Right?
I mean, we don't know exactly what gene that is yet.
Yeah.
So once we do get there, I mean, right now it's more being used for things like, changing eye color,
yes.
or some genes that might mean you're susceptible to diabetes, that kind of thing. But going forward, some illnesses.
I mean, genetics and DNA is just fascinating in general. But then could there be some unforeseen negative results or consequences of this?
As with any new technology, there's always things to consider, right? And we've already seen in the Cas9 world, obviously it hasn't been approved to be used in humans yet, but we've already seen some negative effects on Cas9 in that it's not as accurate as we previously thought. So there's the removal of pieces of the gene strand that we didn't think was going to happen. So this was in tests on rats and mice. So the same thing could potentially happen with Cas3, but as we're ironing out the system, the fact that it's a longer strand means we don't have to be as precise, which means it can have better effects, but there's always those kind of dangers that we have to look at going forward. But hopefully the scientists figure it out very soon.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah,
wow.
hold up before you tick that box in your medical aid application. Yes to gene splicing.
Tinus, thank you for joining us and for bringing us
me.
that awesome tech update. And I mean, that was our tech update for you this Friday morning.
And now from all things cyber and genetic and analytical in our DNA to cyber criminals who are always thinking of creative ways of making money, taking your money by that. But social media messaging scams seem to be one that really puts us all at risk.